Get worried.
Alright, welcome to this week's bonus video. Today we have Sylveon EX facing up against newcomer Flygon EX. Both these decks are new to Surging Sparks. Sylveon EX we saw on the video on Friday. So if you, or Saturday. Rather, you got a chance to see them live. Made a couple card changes, and we're going to test those out here for you guys right now.
Call it. Yes. I will take first, if I remember correctly. Judge call. First, right?
Yeah, first.
If you can send me the deck list.
That's all I'm saying.
Well, he meant for like to see it right now.
We'll go on the screen a bit.
Yep. All right. Cutter top right.
You know what the name of the color of the sleeves are?
Wild blue or something like that.
No, bluebirds.
Bluebird.
Yeah.
Yeah. So these are katanas, right?
Yes.
Yes, they are.
So these are the ones that Katana finally made to correct that weird blue that they kept
Yes.
calling that was like actually purple.
Yes.
And do you know what they also did? They made a real purple one to correct the purple side of that same blue hybrid. Thank God I don't have a basic Pokemon because this that hand would not have been pretty.
It would not. So I have one.
Six. Okay. Not basic.
I'll take one.
All right. Ready to go? Luck. I will drop. Oof. Okay. Buddy, tossing.
Patent sentence for them all. First.
Ephemeral Tom Easy. I will fan call. Okay. Go into my hand, but I will grab and knock out hand.
One more thing.
Who didn't get it? Who knocked out on Evie?
Yeah, Hoot, Eevee, and Noctowl. Noctowl obviously stays in my hand, and I'm putting Hoot and Eevee down. I will attach a board on Hoot. Retreat. I will attach an energy to Eevee, and I will pass.
One is playing already. And then I will call for family.
It's just up to 2 for you, right?
Yep.
2 basics. Yep. It's basically double on its own.
Mm-hmm. Alright. So that's really, really nice. Yeah, that actually gets my engine going. You saw my top deck?
But you have to get energy in play first, right? Oh, okay. You're
Yeah.
good.
So, did you evolve into Sylveon?
Not Digimon. That is the wrong franchise, sir.
I plead the fifth. I will put down Noctowl and Joel Seeker. Two
Good.
trainers.
Trainer cards, yeah.
That actually works. Oh, okay.
Because you can get what?
So I'm getting
Uh,
Trumpet.
And how are you using Trumpet?
I have a Terra Pokemon in play, right?
Okay. And you're touching to what colorless Pokemon?
The Hoot.
Okay. And then you're going to get that Sylveon on the active POW.
By retreating from Rotom and getting the energy that I need from Trumpet into the discard.
Okay.
Energy switch in hand.
And then Sparkling Crystal or what?
Well, Trumpet should accelerate one, and I should attach the other.
The attachment is being discarded from the
You're right. You are correct. You are correct. Which means Sparkling Crystal should be.
Yeah.
Which means Sparkling Crystal should be my other one.
Uh-huh.
But really, it should be Arvin. I assume there's an Arvin in here?
Yes.
There is not. That does not play.
Okay. So then we are actually pivoting to probably Ultra Ball. Because I don't think I can get 2 energy into play. No. If I do Ultra Ball, then I can.
Did you top deck the Trumpet, or are you looking for Trumpet?
Oh no. I'm in Jewel Seeker right now. So.
But you have access to Trumpet?
I have access to Trumpet, yes. I'm in Jewel Seeker mode at the moment. So I want to make sure that I do this correctly because I am very easily known to mess this up. So my intent, and before I complete that thing, I just want to not shuffling here. This is my intent. So if I do this,
Do you
What?
attach on the active or what?
well, no, I will Ultra Ball this, get myself another Noctowl, which will give me 2 more trainer cards.
You gotta discard something else with Ultra Ball. So.
Yeah, these two energies. That's why they go into the discard pile.
Okay.
So then these 2 go with Trumpet, right? And then I have Vessel in hand, so I just need another card so I can get more energy to actually manually attach.
So you'll be getting 2 cards, one of which you're gonna throw away.
Yes. More or less, yes.
Why
So-
not just get what you need in the first place?
Because I need the energy switch to switch from whatever gets trumpeted over to the Sylveon.
What don't you mean knockdown?
You see what I mean? Or am I...
You're discarding with retreat, isn't that enough?
You mean like... So I attach here and I attach here, right?
You attach for a turn to the active,
Mm-hmm.
retreat out, there's an energy and discard.
Well, no. I can't attach to... I cannot use my attach return.
Why
Oh,
not?
Glass Trumpet only works to the bench.
Yes.
Yes.
That's fine. Then I will simply use the other one and just get a rescue board. Which I should have in there. So, let me just finalize. Glass Trumpet and Ultra Ball.
Okay.
I will Ultra Ball both away.
Okay. For another owl, knockout
Mm-hmm.
to get the rescue board.
I'll get a Noctowl. I will evolve.
Get 2 more tournament cards.
We could just get a switch, but a rescue board would be better, I think. And there's only 1 rescue board. Beautiful. Thank you. One risky one. So switch.
Hey, look. If I switch.
I do. I saw it. I'm proud of you. And
For those
again,
who are not familiar, this guy's constantly whining at me about my deck's not including the copy of Switch.
Mhm.
This one just happens to have
I guess the sparkling crystal is actually the smarter idea. So we go ahead and see if I sequence this correctly or did I majorly mess it up.
I'm going to assume major rumble, but we'll find out.
Okay. So Crystal Sylveon.
Mm-hmm.
We play the switch.
Okay. So now how are you doing that?
Play the trumpet.
But how are you attaching it to the bench only?
What do you mean?
What's in just gonna get the energy of your girl?
But it only targets bench.
Correct.
Okay. And
So I'm just gonna put it where I need it.
aim again to another final time.
Fadrotom. Use energy switch. And just making sure. Well, it doesn't matter which one I use, I guess, because it's crystal. Just take over the other one, which should be sequenced correctly. And I will. I don't see anything else that I could do, at least not now. I will magical charm for 160 to the active.
So you cannot use that second attack yet.
I could, but you shuffle these non-attached cards into their deck. I feel like killing the Trapinch is better because
It just gives them access to Fez, which is why I questioned it. But
I see what you mean. Okay, no, I get you.
he already has that.
Put the script.
I'm gonna be real salty when Amphitheater
Mm-hmm.
gets a really shitty name. Like, exciting stadium.
Also, if I were to use Angel Light, it would lock me out of using it in this turn where he might have more resources that I want to get rid of.
What would have been really good is like being able to force that active Tram bench to the bench and pull up like the Rotom to the active spot and like put both bench back into the deck.
Yeah, that would have been really cool. That's okay. I don't know if I maybe no, because I still need another card for Ultra Ball, or else I can't get the second knockdown and get the rest of the stuff. So I feel like it had to be other ones, and well, maybe I should have thrown away the Earthen Vessel then, and then manually attached. I don't know. That's the way it went. Excellent. Which one?
Did you manually touch the too?
Yes. Give me Eevee.
Eevee?
Yeah. That's so mean.
Mm-hmm.
And then Storm back for the knockout for 130.
You don't. Let's
I
pull
believe
out
that's actually for 260, right?
260. Yes. I will draw. That's mean. I literally pulled Sylveon right now.
So interestingly, I think you need to switch to attacking with Rotom, but you need a stadium in play.
Yeah, I get what you're saying on that one. But technically, I don't need to.
I mean,
Earthquake Vessel.
technically, are you planning to attack with Noctowl?
So yeah.
So you're gonna Angelite?
Yeah.
Mm. I see what you're saying. He does have 3 down right now, but
I know. I wish I could have had a disruptor, but you know, we don't always get what we want.
sometimes we'll get what we need.
You get what you need. So that's my only play. We're gonna Angelite. Definitely put away the Flygon. Nothing gets knocked out, so the Fez is fine. And I think I want
Maybe just go for the other.
the Trapinch, right?
Trap inches, yeah.
Yeah.
Trap inch also.
A Trapinch as well.
So you play that, so you cannot use that next turn.
Correct. Ah. This is your hand here, right?
Yes.
Okay. Illegal deck search, by the way. And Crispin can do the active too, right?
Stay on the card.
I don't know.
Search your deck for up to 2 basic energies cards of different types. Reveal them. Put one of them into your hand. Adjust the other to one of your Pokemon. Then shuffle your deck.
So one of your Pokemon, yeah. I can go to the active community. Ah! Slippery cards.
Oh, freshly sleeved.
Mm-hmm.
So slightly good news. They don't work at 9.
Nice.
I work at 11:30.
It's very nice to me.
Call for family.
Okay. I will draw. Hey, let's go. Show retreat, really?
It's okay, Jason.
It sucks. So then he's focused on.
Let's see.
Even Airborne would be okay.
Pro shop.
Like, was it early and reduce it by 2, wouldn't it?
Let me see. Make sure I got my types right here. Okay. Attach. Treat. There's 0 underdepths. And I'll do a salt landing for 7.
With the switch. Watching.
Hold on.
You are correct. My bad. Okay.
Well, again,
Tara.
Well,
Yeah.
he could technically still do it. It's just because he's at 4 on the bench.
correct, but he would need to essentially play one nest ball, and then if he played that nest ball, fail it, so he would only be able to play one.
What is that? Is that cornerstone?
Mm-hmm.
I just can't tell from this thing. I like how we've gotten to the point of the game where it's like almost there's a lot of decks starting to run cornerstone.
Just because.
Just
So many abilities.
Mhm.
The format's really ability heavy. I'm waiting for a Garbotoxin reprint.
Yeah.
People are gonna fucking scream when it happens. dude.
It's gonna happen when they bring Enzor back. At that point, you literally just don't have that Nationals deck back at that point. That really will be new all over again.
Where's your hand, Ray?
This is my hand.
Be careful with the hand, so we don't want any cards falling into the hand.
We pick up the tops to that. And so could literally be just new all over again.
Yes, I'm so sorry.
It's like a
Show
trope at
them.
this
Oh,
point.
wait, never mind. Let's force it.
Show me your hands.
Do it.
Banana on the start.
Show me the precious.
I'm almost very confident that was a Flygon.
Or
Are you sure?
candy. It could be rare candy.
Could be. But it's a Flygon.
Yeah, but it's
Because he had the rare candy earlier with Arvin.
So Garchomp Flygon? Flychamp?
Mm-hmm. Is Flygon optional? The switch?
what's the wording?
I don't know. I can't
Let me-
turn around
let me
and
see
read it.
No, let me see the Flygon.
Ray is reading Flygon. Well, Ray was going for Flygon.
So I'm assuming both attacks.
No, the first one. It's the
Okay,
relevant.
so Stormback for 1 fighting, 130. You may switch this Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon.
That answers my question. Thank you.
Sonic? The Sonic attack.
Decent.
Yeah.
Okay.
And honestly, it reminds me of the Rayquaza Gold Star. Actually, it's basically a Rayquaza Gold Star, actually. Because Rayquaza Gold Star is you discard all the energy and deals 100 damage to all Pokemon X, I think, on your points.
Racing vessel. For this.
What did you start?
The
The evolution? Cool.
Yeah.
Why Radiant Shirachi?
What else? It's something to put up.
And then I will touch that.
Okay.
And then do Stormback for knockout.
You don't. Okay. Well, hold on.
Actually, this counts for
You're
any.
Stormback. Sorry, I thought you were reading the second attack. But yes, that you do have that, and obviously
Yeah.
you already have it. So you knock it out. Mimic you out.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Draw. I don't want that. Research. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nestle.
What's the weakness on Flygon?
Grass.
That was good.
What are you doing? Oh, that's fine.
Get done with this. Click on a recruit. Flip the script. Buddy puffin. Man, I wish I had switch right. Touch. Treat. Angel Light, the Flygon, and the Trench.
Instant charge.
Draw. Cards in hand. That. I could be just giving you what you need, though.
This
That-
isn't random.
This isn't you.
What? What do you mean by that?
He's contemplating using I know. The answer. He's like,
Oh,
I'm just gonna give him what he needs.
Yeah, because the instant charge for 3 more cards in your hand, and I don't want them there.
It's in charge and flip the script.
Well, I mean, you can't flip the script. It's not so it's knocked out. Because Sylveon shuffles them back into the deck and doesn't knock them out.
Oh, was he using Insight again?
Yeah.
So I can't use it this turn because I used it last turn.
Well, he's not then.
No?
But you don't have fan or tongue available to you anymore.
Mm-mm. It is.
He does have a hoop hoop.
Bird.
I do have a.
Yeah, find another trumpet.
Yeah.
You really need is actually, yeah, the Rotom.
Rotom's good, but the bird can do it too, right? In 6 turns?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
problem is the
yeah.
Rotom's dead, isn't it?
Yeah, but you do have access to a couple of stretches.
Yeah, the
That's
issue though is the Rotom is what actually would knock out the Mimikyu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I have the glass trumpet in hand, just so you know. So that
You've
means
already
I
run your switch, though, right?
Hmm?
You've already run your switch, though, right?
I did already burn my switch.
Talk about the Switch. How come I never saw it?
I know, right?
I played it against you.
I don't know.
It might still be worth it though.
The retreat.
Yeah.
You sure?
Well, he doesn't have a trappage down.
So why waste the energy in retreat?
Yeah, I agree. I do agree with that. So I know what I'm eating. Nest ball?
Interesting, I guess. Oh, by the way, Caleb forgot his pizza.
It's pizza.
Is he gonna come back for it or no?
I tried calling him, but he didn't answer.
We should have not raised.
No, there's 2 pizza boxes.
And one's bigger.
Giggity.
I know, right?
Good.
I'll Jewel Seeker.
Okay, you using the actual name rather than Jewel Hunt. Even though Jewel
mean,
Hunt. Jewel Hunt sounds
There are
much
real,
cooler.
there are real actual predators.
I just like Jewel Hunt better than Jewel Seeker.
Yeah.
You could double trumpet.
Haven't you already burned the trumpet?
I have another one in here. I have it in hand.
Or we only touch the maps?
But Sylveon's in the active anyway, so it needs
Well,
not
you
a
can't
couple.
touch Sylveon anyway.
Correct. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Just saying, if you're gonna touch something that's gonna be in the active spot, you should be careful.
I'm aware. I'm gonna get. I'm gonna have trumpet. I might just get energy switch. Problem is, I need to just secure it. So I'm gonna get energy switch and process. So I'm gonna trumpet. Do I choose first?
Yes.
Yeah. So Terapagos. I mean, this is public thing anyway. So Terapagos, and I guess the only other target is Noctowl. So Terapagos, Noctowl.
Which Noctowl?
Each of the 3.
I choose this one.
The proxy? Okay.
Yeah. He has to get something, you know.
Yeah, it's called the printout.
Mm. Now do I switch it over to Terapagos, Sylveon? I feel like I need to stay ahead of it with Sylveon, but the Tropicos is much easier. So Tropicos. Let me switch it over to Tropicos. Can't use Angel Light, so I guess I'll just end up passing.
For the record, you could have just done the first attack. And
No,
still get
Mimikyu.
No, Mimikyu. Oh yeah, I see what you mean.
You
To
can still
reduce.
get the reduced damage.
Doing your math for this next turn. Yep, you are correct.
Trust me, I know Mimikyu would take no damage,
Yeah.
but you would take the 100 less rather than if you just passed them, they just start like, oh, 280.
You are correct.
I'm not trying to say stuff until after said thing has passed.
And then Copper Family.
Wait for him to finish his turn. In this particular case, I think I am going to boss up your cornerstone.
What?
The cornerstone.
Up. And I'm gonna make sure I don't have any other things to do. I'm gonna Angel Light the trap inches away. Out of the deck.
Which one?
Both your boosts.
You're this card, right? I don't care about damage.
That's a major top deck.
Insta charge.
Go. Use your revenge Pokemon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. So 6 times 30. 20. That's short.
Yes.
Okay. So then we're not going to do that. Let's go. Continue playing the way we have. And attach an energy. I'm going to boss up. Let's do the pheasant. Actually, no. I think the Rotom is better. Let's do the Rotom. And then Magical Charm for 160. And Defending for 100. Who's in charge?
Mhm.
Draw. I have one play in that case. And perfect that. 1, 2, 3, 4. A little night stretcher. Grab. Bottom. Touch there. Shuffling my discard. Um, let's just do magic.
Another boss. Pretty close.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just worried about this to be a stand up. I'm just kind of just best if it doesn't knock it out right.
Yeah. As long as I have any besting effects left. I think Ray got angry at me angeliting everything around.
I mean, I'll fuck my stuff after.
Jesus Christ. Cool. Oh. Mhm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Research. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Night Stretcher. Treat. Salt lemon chocolate.
Going back for 130.
Get a new target.
No, no problem.
Draw. First is him. Two. Agiolite. That Trapinch and the Vegeta.
Going back for my hand.
No.
You did Angelite,
Yes.
so you don't get the
Okay, what's 130 plus 130?
Go. Noctowl had 10 HP more. That is an issue. He's weak.
Actually, no, I'm weak to grass.
Forget it. Help me. Magical charm for 160.
Wizards.
Yes, and four.
I have one.
Yeah, one. Okay, that's all like a ripple. I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Not the edge. So for shutting down Flygon repeatedly is still going up.
No, I think he's got me, honestly.
You
We'll,
think so?
we'll figure it out.
Let's see if my comments take a look.
Retreat for one. Strong back for 30 for the knockdown.
Ooh. I'm sorry about that.
Mm-hmm. I'm just if I use it.
I mean, it's my only option, right? Crispin?
Can't believe it is.
I was just complaining about how I never saw play during this stream.
I was looking for a super rod in there for a while.
So,
There,
for the record, you do have your count up.
I understand. Are they on here? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2.
So the administrator is actually working on.
No, I mean, I'll tell you what it was, and of course, no excuses. I ran out of gusts. And my only gust effect left, I think, is counter texture. With one prize, it's not going to help a lot. Also, I'm not really sure what happened to that camera.
Y'all kept picking it.
We kept picking up.
One of y'all kept picking the table or something.
It's like really far off now.
So just leave it there.
Yeah, I mean, this game is almost over anyway, so. Alright. putting in Terrapagos just giving him the win. So as weak as it is, Glass Trumpet. Salt landing for 7.
What's this week 2 fighting?
It is weak to fight, yes. Terrapagos is also weak to fight.
Give me pheasant.
Pheasant. I don't see anything called pheasant on the board, sir.
And then Stormback for the knockout.
Okay.
Literally top deck, top deck.
Nice.
So yeah, I ran out of Gust a long time ago.
So Flygon up there.
So
Yeah.
on your side,
Mhm.
you got way too aggressive with the manual retreats. Like there was no reason you needed to retreat the Sylveon with the crystal on there.
I mean, sure, but
Like you
there was a reason behind it, honestly. But again,
Yeah, but-
I can look at the video and like look
when I
later.
was counting the resources, when you manually retreated that, you were being way too greedy already.
But I mean,
And
And
honestly
it
though,
doesn't run a ton of energy. It runs
Yeah. I mean, I agree with that. But
A lot of stuff I saw for you
Yeah.
was if you know that he's gonna keep putting your stuff back into the deck,
Right.
don't put your attacker back into the back row when they can't one shot it, and then they're just gonna put it back into the deck because at that point they're just making you waste rare candy.
I also gotta say that he
Additionally-
got
addi-
insanely lucky with those
Addi-
little short
additionally-
ones.
Additionally, you literally there was so many turns that you could have just left Mimikyu in the active and just kept attacking with it. Doesn't matter if he uses the first attack and reduce damage by 100. Damage counters aren't damage.
There's no second.
It's-
Yeah,
There's a second. Like,
yeah. I was about to say, like, how is he attacking?
I thought Mimikyu's
No,
was the
second.
It requires 1 second. So
Yeah,
even if
so-
I could, I'm like, there's no real
Yeah, and
way.
honestly though, my strategy was sort of working. He got tremendous, like out of 1 or 2 cards, it just happens to always be Flygon and Rare Candy. I'm like, oh my god.
Speaking of which, let's look at these deck lists. Up first is Flygon EX. Let's look at past our Flygon pilot, what they feel, or how they feel the deck did.
Honestly, the deck feels very strong. The fact that I had that my opponent kept on getting rid of my Trubbish is the annoying
Challenge.
For pinch.
Trubbish is the annoying fact that I had to wait until I used my Super Rod to get back the 2 that were already knocked out, and then put it back into the deck. But otherwise, I do wish that it does run like maybe 1 or 2 of the Night Stretchers, just for, you know.
And you can't just throw them in the deck, obviously, because that makes it not 60 cards. So what are you cutting if you put it in the
If I were to cut any cards, honestly, I would get rid of maybe.
Well, what's the reason behind the Jirachi?
Yeah, I would cut the Jirachi because they're just.
I'll totally agree with that, honestly. I get it that the ability is very strong if it's in the active, but your opponent can just play around it. It literally is not going to. They'll find a way around it without killing it.
Yeah, so I would get rid of the Jirachi for 1, and then add in
A Night Stretcher. One Night Stretcher.
One
would be
Night
fine.
Stretcher, and get rid of maybe 1 Ultra Ball, or 1.
Yeah, I definitely would get rid of Ultra Ball.
Ultra Ball's only 3, right?
Okay.
I think you need the 3 Ultra Ball for sure. But I will agree with the Jirachi. 1 Jirachi for a Night Stretcher works. He had a Super Rod, so that Super Rod did come in clutch because he had a Poffin, so he Super Rodded in the Trapinches, and he got all 4 Trapinches out in 1 turn, meaning that I could not Angel Light away to secure myself out of it. So I had to start like attacking instead.
And when I realized I had used up all of my rare candies in on the for the what's the name of the Pokemon? I can't
Flygon
not
or
Flygon,
Vibrava?
for
Vibrava. That you started evolving with Vibrava. That's perfectly fine. So Jason. So I just say -1 Jirachi plus 1 Night Stretcher is a suggestion.
I would substitute one Iono for another of that supporter that lets you grab 2 basic energies and attach one and one add one
Crispin.
for Crispin.
It already has Crispin.
I would add another one.
So one -1 Iona minus Crispin is a suggestion then.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not sure I agree with that, but again, that's just a suggestion.
You want more disruption than.
All right, and then we have our Sylveon EX. So if you got a chance to pilot this today, how do you feel about the current version of Sylveon EX?
I think that again, just having touched this deck once, I was definitely aggressive with it. I ran out of resources. Specifically, I got down to 1 prize, and I had no more gusts. So it has 2 gusts. 2.
It did have
boss
3.
holders.
It did have 3. It lost 1 for an additional ball search. So there were previous versions. Those had 2 counter catcher instead of 1.
Well, and again, playing it too aggressively, despite the fact that I Angel Lighted with no prizes for like 3 or 4 turns, trying to play a little bit more control than anything. The counter catcher didn't come into play because I got down to 1 prize, which essentially nullifies the counter catcher. I would have liked to see a Palpad, honestly, because I first saw the Gus not being there anymore, and I was looking for a Palpad, which of course we don't run.
That feels very much like I want it in this matchup kind of.
Kind of, maybe, but I mean, Palpad is an all useful recovery. If I need the Crispin, which I only have 1 of, and I toss it early game, Palpad could definitely be useful for that. I'm assuming the same question. So what would I cut? Night Stretcher felt really good. Energy Switch I want more of, but there's no space for. Okay, here we are.
I finally put Switch in a deck. You're like, that's probably the card I would cut. No shit.
No. I love the Switch. It got me out of a tight bind. But there does need to be. I'd want more Switch because Sylveon in the active did slow down. When I needed to Angel Light or Magical Charm, and I had a better attacker in the back, and I could not get to it because that would mean essentially depowering my Sylveon, which I did once, which I got it back up again. But that loss of energy is probably what cost me the game at the end as well. So definitely.
No, you were just discarding energy left, right, and center. Those.
I did it once.
Anyway, that is going to be it for today's bonus video. Hope you all enjoyed the bonus video. Got to see that back and forth between the 2 guys there. We will see you all in the next one.